Hey folks, welcome back. So today we're doing a little bit more work, kind of getting brush cleared out sort of stuff, a little bit of brush hogging here. And where we're going to be at is over here in this little side field that kicks off of the side of the farm here. And we did some work over here last year, and you can kind of see, oh, there's a bunch of kind of gross looking stuff over there. All sorts of weedy stuff, but that's a whole lot better than it was last year because we had to clear out a whole bunch of autumn olive and blackberries and all sorts of junk over there. And so this is actually a whole lot better than it was, but it's not as good as it's eventually going to be, and that's what we're going to work on today. Now, earlier this year, I did a little bit of spraying over here to try knocking back some of the blackberries and autumn olive that was growing back up. I was using, it's a selective broadleaf herbicide, so that doesn't kill like the grasses and stuff. Keeps those living, but it kills off all the other stuff that you don't want, or at least some of them. And so what we're going to do today is I'm going to brush hog all the stuff that did get killed. There's some areas that I missed when I was spraying, so we're going to leave that stuff, and then I'll probably hit that with some spray later on. But we'll at least start working on getting this cleaned up a little bit more, and then hopefully get it going in the right direction for getting all of that turned into some good grassy pasture. Well folks, if I didn't know any better, I'd think that whoever just mowed that field over there was a few beers deep at least when they were doing it, because there was not a straight line in that whole process of mowing out there. So at this point, the next step for this is to come back out here with the sprayer. I kind of got little islands all over the place out there of stuff that I want to hit with the spray to really try getting stuff knocked back out there. Go out there with that, hit all the rest of that stuff, let that kind of get dyed back, and then hopefully at that point that will get maybe 90% of the rest of the stuff that's out there that I want gone, and then I can just go through with the brush hog and kind of hit that whole hillside and get everything knocked back. Now, because of what I'm using, like I said, it's a selective herbicide. It doesn't get everything, so it doesn't kill, I think it's lamb's ear. That was a lot of the green that you saw out there. It doesn't kill that. It doesn't do like stickweed or wing stem, whatever it is. It doesn't get that real good either. So it does leave some of the stuff that will probably have to be dealt with later somehow. I'm not sure whether that would be something that maybe goats would get. Not real sure on that, but for now we'll just try getting the autumn olive and the blackberries out. Oh, multiflora rose too. All right, so we moved down the hill from where we were doing our brush hogging down here towards the hayfield, and we're gonna see if we can't get a little bit of brush burn up this evening. We got a pretty good size pile down here, and this this is a whole mess of stuff in here. This has kind of become our designated burn pile for stuff that might have like fence and stuff like that in as well. So it's got metal and all sorts of junk in here. But I'd like to try getting this burnt down because, well, it's getting pretty good size. And then once we get this burnt down, I'll be able to start doing a little bit of clearing over on this side working on trying to get some of the autumn olive and whatnot cleared back out of here to where I can start mowing some of this down, at least with the brush hog, maybe coming back through doing a little bit of spraying to try knocking the little ones back out that try popping back up again, and then eventually maybe getting to the point where I can do hay on this hillside as well. That was easy. Alright, well, everything burnt down reasonably well last night. You can see all the wire in here. All that's going to have to get picked out of here, and I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with all that. But what we're going to work on here this afternoon is just trying to get all of these little bits and pieces of stuff piled back up. Hopefully try and get it into maybe one pile, because it sort of broke up into like 3 individual piles that were burning. I mean, it's all one thing, but it's sort of 3 individual fires last night. But yeah, if I can get it all into one, you got to be able to get it burnt down a whole lot better. Alright, so next up, we're going to do a little bit more burning, and we're also going to try doing a little bit of clearing. Got the skid steer over here, and got the Intimidator on it, so that's the one that goes like this. You can go up to trees and grab onto them and rip them out. It's pretty cool, kind of fun to use. And where we're going to be working on is back around in this area. And the idea here is that hopefully, I'm going to be getting an electric service set up over here sometime in the not too distant future. The well that pumps the water to all of, you may be able to see a little bit of yellow through there. There's cattle water over there. The well that pumps to all of the cattle waterers and actually flows back down around over towards the mill house and whatnot. That's right over in that area. Currently, in order to fill the cistern that then gravity feeds back down to everything, have to run it off from the generator, and that's not the most fun thing. We're probably not the most economical way to do that either. So we need to get an electric service set up to be over here to run that, and then eventually, hopefully, one of these days, years, when I get around to working on the log farmhouse again, that electric service will also power where the farmhouse is going to go down somewheres in that area. So the goal is to kind of clear out a little bit down in here, hopefully get a little bit better idea of maybe where I want the house to go, and then that'll hopefully give a better idea as to where I want the electric service to go, since that's going in well before anything else is going in. So there's a lot of cedars and stuff down there that need to come out, and I've already got a pretty good pile of brush over here, so I think we're gonna light that on fire first, start getting this burnt down, and then as I'm bringing some of these cedars over, we aren't really going to be making a massive pile. It'll kind of burn down as we're working. All right, so now that that thing's settled down a little bit, I think I'm good to start adding a little bit more back to it. Alrighty folks, well that's gonna do it for today. I've got a lot more brush clearing left that I'm wanting to do this summer, so we'll definitely be having a few more videos of doing this sort of stuff coming up here pretty soon. But there's enough of it that if I tried putting it all into one video, it probably would have been like an hour long. So that's gonna be it for today's video. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.